Today we're going to do Chapter 2, Problem 41. In this problem, we have two cars, a Thunderbird and a Mercedes-Benz racing on a straight track, going about 51.5 meters per second. Then the Thunderbird has to make a pit stop in about 250 meters. It slows and makes its pit stop. During that time, it spends 5 seconds at the pit stop. Then it goes back on to continue its journey, and try to catch up with the Mercedes-Benz. And in about 350 meters, it accelerates to its original speed. And now the problem asks us how far is the Firebird behind the Mercedes. First, we have to look for variables. We know that originally both cars were going 71.5 meters per second. So that's what I put for the Firebird and the Mercedes. And it's presumed that the Mercedes keeps this velocity constant. So we don't need to find out how much if the Mercedes is accelerating or not. And speaking of acceleration doesn't really matter because we already have as much variables as we need. There are going to be two velocity values, and one of them is going to be 71.5 meters per second and 0 meters per second because when the Firebird, the Thunderbird was decelerating, it came to a complete stop. And then when it came back on the road, it came from a velocity of 0 meters per second. And we already know its displacement values as 250 meters and 350 meters. So in order to solve this problem, we're going to have to find the time of the Mercedes and the distance. And subtracted from the 250 meters and the 350 meters that the Firebird has already traveled. Now we're going to use this equation number 2, which is displacement equals initial velocity and final velocity times t divided by 2. So we plug in all our variables: 250 meters, 71.5 meters per second, 0 meters per second. We don't know time, so we're solving for time here. So then here I just multiplied both sides by 2 and divided by 71.5 and got 7 seconds. Here I did the same thing except with different variables such as 350 meters per second. Did the same thing and got 99.8 seconds. Now that we have all our times, we can solve for the Mercedes time and displacement. So we add up all of our seconds: 7 seconds, 5 seconds, and 9.8 seconds, and get 21.8 seconds. Now, since the velocity of the Mercedes stayed constant, we're not going to need any. We're just going to need the simple equation for velocity. Velocity equals displacement over time, and so we plug in our variables: 71.5 meters per second and equals x over 21.8 seconds. We multiply these two together and get 1,558.7 meters. So now we know the displacement of Mercedes. Subtract it from the distances that the Thunderbird has traveled and get 958.7 meters. So the Thunderbird is 958.7 meters behind the Mercedes-Benz. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.